What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, we're Shane, guys. How you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody out there rocking with the channel.
As always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff. If you're an artist that you have a song that you want us to react to, make sure you check out the link in the description. We can definitely get you hooked up on that, or we can do about 60 seconds of your song. Either way, at the beginning of one of our videos, I left that out. Either way, man, information's down below. Make sure you check it out, man. I'm just excited, man, to get back to South Africa, man. We're gonna do M.anifest, man. FTYD. I don't know what that stands for yet. I'm sure that will reveal itself in the video, featuring A-Reece, man.
Yeah, man. Very excited to get back to M.anifest and A-Reece, man. And listen, South Africa, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, y'all hold us down. Even when we not putting videos out and aren't as active,
yeah,
we see y'all hitting us up on Instagram still.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people are like, man, these motherfuckers probably done. Nope, South Africa has been holding us down consistently, and change is gonna come. We got change, come. Yeah, it's coming, and we want to carve out more time to really to really do some more stuff with you guys. So just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, M.anifest. I remember when we first did M.anifest. I think it was, I want to say that West African time freestyle where we did all of the African rappers, and I remember people told us to do that, and they weren't pointing out M.anifest at that time. And then we heard that freestyle, and we were like, yeah, homie's nice, but that dude, whoever he is, gets busy. So I remember from that West African time freestyle on up to No Long Talk and we've just really grown to appreciate and respect his pen, man. And you already know what A-Reece, man. You know what I mean? A-Reece has grown to be a staple basically on this channel for South Africa, and that's kind of how we got into the whole African scene, African rap hip hop scene is through South Africa. Stogie T, A-Reece, Nasty C, and a few other people. So shout out to them. Excited to get back to this. We're gonna do FTYD today. Let's get into it. M.anifest, A-Reece, FTYD.
Yeah. I'm on some calculus, things adding up are so miraculous. All the back chatter got back to us. Who make you the life police? Why you so impetuous? World-class athletes, now tell me what's attract to us.
What do you say? World-class athletes. Now tell me what's attract to us. You know what I mean? Obviously, is the play on athlete, runs on a track, you know, track and field, but also they do music, you know what I'm saying? A track as well, you know what I mean? You're on the track, you're on the music, you know what I mean?
So what's attract to us?
Yeah,
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
It's effortless, you know what I mean? But I don't know if there's another meaning there with athletes themselves, world-class athletes. Is he talking about athletes said something maybe bad about them? Or maybe I'm looking too far into it. I don't know. Maybe that's the extent of it. I don't know.
Sometimes like there's a bar, right? And then you kind of know where they're going with the bar, and they're saying they're making an underlying point with the bar, and then they, but also other times it's just a separate thing altogether from what they've been saying. Because he started the song saying that things aren't adding up. There's a lot of back chatter, and then he went to world-class athletes. Now tell me what's attract to us. So that could be separate from what he was saying initially, or it could mean that world-class athletes may be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like world-class athletes, you know what I mean, are talking all this back chatter. Known figures are talking crazy to us. You know what I mean? Or it could just be a separate bar, like they consider themselves world-class with this shit. What's attract to us?
Nothing.
Curious about that.
Effortless.
It's effortless. You know what I mean? What's that to us? Nothing, man. We can do this in our sleep. So let's keep it going.
Impetuous, world-class athletes, now tell me what's attract to us. Mind state of a sniper shooter and it's over. We got a bunch of targets like the state of Minnesota. And moreover, we'd across the range, Freetown and Monrovia. Mouse in abundance, cornucopia. You want to slap in the face, or I can offer you grace. Where there's a will, there's a way. We no go suffer disgrace. We bust the moves and
there's a will of the way.
I don't know if you get it right. I don't know if that's what he meant. What did he say? You want to slap in the face, or I can offer you grace. Where there's a will, there's a way. I don't know. I don't know if he's talking about the Will Smith slap at the Oscars.
Maybe
when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Because you know what I mean, because he said, or I could, you want to slap in the face. So I don't know, but that's hilarious if that's what you meant.
I think so though. I think so. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But he said, or I can offer, because to me, to say where there's a will, there's a way, I just feel like, nah, that's too perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, or I can offer you. So he's saying I can slap you in the face, or I can give you grace. But where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? So I think that's his way of saying either way, we could take it there. Or I could give you grace and we can, you know what I'm saying? We could be civil, you know what I'm saying? But where there's a will, there's a way. You know, man, there's a way that could happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's funny. That's slick as hell if that's what that meant. If he meant that.
Cornucopia. You want to slap in the face, or I can offer you grace. Where there's a will, there's a way. We no go suffer disgrace. We bustin' moves and grapes. You can call me your grace. Fine wine when we dine on. Expensive plates, my pensive face, they pepper them. Man City Blues went 3 in a row like pepping them. How can I lose? I'm catching a cruise, stop egging them. On and on, Young Badu on stage, that's a rap for him. Mad team. Pains and aches, gospel truth, TD Jakes. Free the youth, make them great. Don't label them or design their fate. Most times I day host, but dressed like I'm on a date. Bon anniversaire, cause this here is a piece of cake. I'm in attack mode while I'm moving tactful. See these earlobes, not ready for no earful. A lion has no place in a rat race. Free the youths, let them live in their truth. Yeah. Attack mode while I move.
Free the youth, right? That's what that F. What is it? FTYD.
Yeah. What's the D?
Yeah, I don't know. Free the youth, dog. You know what I'm saying? Free the youth, dog. I mean, I don't think that's it. But I'm very confident that, like that FTY, at least, I know that's free the youth, right? So,
dog.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how he ended it, man. You know, the list of wordplay with M.anifest. He's always saying something slick, man. You know what I mean? You can call me your grace. After that, he said, fine wine when we dine on expensive plates. My pensive face, they pepper them. Then he said something about expensive grapes, right? Oh yeah, we busting moves and grapes. Yeah. You know, we busting moves and we breaking them grapes, drinking wine, right? Then we dine. You know, so the wordplay there. On and on, Young Badu on stage. That's a rap for them. You know, Erykah Badu made the song On and On, and she wears a wrap on her head, right? But on stage, it's a rap when he's on stage emceeing, right? It's a rap for them. Gospel truth. TD Jakes, free the youth, make them great, right? Yeah. We know TD Jakes is a famous, preacher basically, right? Teaches the youth, teaches everyone, right? But he's speaking the truth, the gospel truth, right? Yeah. So now that we kind of know the song is called Free the Youth, dog. You know what I'm saying? Free the youth. I'm just that dog is a placeholder for right now. You know what I'm saying? Until we get that D in there, pause. Until we get the D. You know what I'm saying? It's a placeholder.
So we know what the D stands for.
There we go. So we know what the D stands for. But still pause though. You know what I'm saying? But just in case. And then he says up top, man, he's like, I'm on some calculus, things ain't adding up. It's so miraculous. All the back chat got it back to us. Maybe he's talking about maybe some old heads in their world, in the industry, maybe over in South Africa, aren't willing to extend a hand or embrace the youth, embrace the up and coming guys. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a division. There's definitely a division in rap on the state side, right? Like old school heads and old school hip hop heads embracing the young. There's division there, so maybe that's what this song is saying. Like, free the youth, let them embrace the youth. You know what I'm saying? And let them be themselves instead of trying to hold them down.
In the chorus, man, I like the chorus, man. He said, I'm in attack mode, but I'm moving tactful. You know what I mean? So meaning that I'm, cautious in how I move. You know what I'm saying? But I'm making moves, but I'm cautious. You know what I mean? I'm not out here reckless. See these earlobes, no ready for no earful. So I think that simply just means there's a lot of people that just aren't open to listening. It's kind of how I'm taking that. Okay. A lion has no place in a rat race, meaning that I think that means, when you think of a lion, king of the jungle, the lion is not really out there doing the everyday, all day shit. You know what I mean? He is the king predator. You know what I mean? So to speak.
So he ain't got time to play these industry games or whatever that
means. Or whatever that
rat
means,
race
right?
Means, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Free the youth, let them live their truth. So when I get to that line right there, and that's kind of what we're assuming the name of the song is, free the youth and let them live their truth. I don't know if he's just talking about young people, let them be free to make their own independent decisions, because maybe he sees them as young lions, you know what I mean, up in the game, you know what I'm saying? And they're unconventional in the way that they live their life, you know what I'm saying? Living the rat race. That's what rat race to me is conventional way of thinking, conventional way of doing things. But a lion has no place doing things conventionally. You know what I mean? They're trendsetters. So I don't know if that's what he means, because that's kind of what I'm taking as far as the overall ideology. But I'm a little thrown off base when he says people earlobes not ready for earful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so are you talking about young people there that they don't want to listen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about older people?
Maybe it's a generational thing.
Maybe.
Maybe M.anifest sees himself as the new generation. He could be talking about himself. Like, I'm not trying to hear old ideologies from old heads that are using outdated philosophies, and I have my own progressive way of maneuvering through rap, because he said I'm in attack mode.
Right.
So it's like I'm curious about that. But yeah, interesting, man. You got us talking though, as usual, man.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going. Let's get to A-Reece here, man.
For no info, a lion has no place in a rat race. Free the youths, let them live in their truth. Yeah. Attack mode while I'm moving tactful. See these earlobes, no ready for no info. A lion has no place in a rat race. Free the youths, let them live in their truth. Yeah.
I'm on some calculus, they study how I operate. I make the culture congregate. Your callousness, the reason why I dominate. I'm the GOAT they labeled as the black sheep. Raised by the wolves, I don't fabricate or overstate.
A lot of slickness in there.
Coming in there rapping.
Yeah, a lot of slickness.
Congregate, dominate. You know what I'm saying?
Black sheep raised by the wolves. Like, little animal. I say animal wordplay and all that.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. One line I like that he said already, man. He said, your callousness is the reason why I dominate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I make the culture congregate. You know what I mean? I bring people together. But your, negativity, you know what I'm saying, is the reason why I'm making all these moves. That's why I'm able to, the culture is able to feel what I'm saying. Because you out here, you know what I'm saying? We call it just fucking hating. But when he says your callousness, you're just mad negative out here. And that's the reason why people gravitate towards me, because I'm all about bringing people together. I thought that was dope. And the way he said it, the wordplay in there was dope already.
So that brings me back to kind of what we were kind of somewhat discussing just now, man, about what this song Free the Youth. To me, it sounds like A-Reece sees himself as representative of a new generation of the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your callousness, who does he mean? Your callousness. I think he means old heads. I think he means, I hate to say that because that sounds derogatory to say old heads, but I think he means like people who have been in the industry for a while that can be considered, old school hip hop heads or whoever in the industry are not embracing people like A-Reece, embracing the youth. They're being negative, they're hating or whatever the case may be. And he's about bringing people together. And I think the whole point of the song is like, yo, let me rock, man. Let me do it my way. You know what I mean? Let these old ways, these old ideologies, let them go and embrace change. And I think that's been a struggle in hip hop across the board. I think that's what he's saying. I make the culture congregate.
Yeah.
I bring us together. You separating us, right?
Yep.
You're not letting us. You're not reaching a hand down and helping us out. Then he said, I'm the GOAT. The GOAT obviously is greatest of all time, but he's also playing off of the animal GOAT, right? I'm a GOAT. They label me as the black sheep. GOAT, sheep, you know what I mean?
Animal play there.
But also black sheep. They label him as this sort of, the black sheep is always known as metaphorically
Outcast.
as the outcast, the negative outcast, right? Raised by the wolves, right? So again, animal play, GOAT, black sheep, raised by but I was raised by some real ones though. You know what I'm saying? The street dudes or whatever you could say, right? I don't fabricate or overstate, you know what I mean? So I liked how he did that. So I don't know, we could be wrong, but I think that's kind of where he's going. There's a division, there's a divide between old school and new school.
I like it.
I don't know. Let's keep it going though. But he rapping though.
Make the culture congregate. Your callousness, the reason why I dominate. I'm the GOAT they labeled as the black sheep. Raised by the wolves, I don't fabricate or overstate. Let's go. Mindset of a winner, world on my shoulders, but my heart is growing colder than the snow in Nova Scotia. What else you expect when all your colleagues turn to cobras? Once bitten, twice shy, third time is the coda. I'm in it till it's over, gotta wait for the curtain call. The goal was to be great, the applause is not a curveball. Word, no need to curse to get my point across. Life is a coin toss. I see the writing on the wall. The future's brighter when the youth decides to get involved. Not in the art of war, up in arms in the dark, fighting for their lives in kafiyas with Kalashnikovs, all because the government chose ambition over cause. Only God can be the overlord. Keep the faith, free the youth, advocate to educate. Keep it true, don't wait for them to label you or design your fate. Never wait for swindlers to validate. That's the way I
Attack mode while I'm moving tactful. See these earlobes, not ready for no earful.
Yeah, A-Reece went crazy though. He had some shit in there, man. Shout out to A-Reece, man. Yeah, he had some shit.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna start back to where we paused it the first time, man. After he had the black sheep line, he said, "Raised by the wolves, but I don't fabricate or overstate." I think you mentioned that mindset of a winner. But the world's on my shoulder, but my heart is growing colder than the snow in Nova Scotia. So I think you're right, George, when you said he sees himself as part of the younger generation. I think that's what he's saying. When you say mindset of a winner, but I got the world on my shoulder, but I'm getting colder though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm out here winning. I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? And everyone wants to probably, there's people that I'm going to carry to the finish line, so to speak, the world on my shoulder. Maybe he's seeing Africa as the world is on his shoulder. You know what I mean? People are supporting him. But there's a lot of haters out here, so I'm growing colder on this shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to, do the right things. You know what I mean? But I'm becoming more cold because of how the world is molding me. Because I have the world on my shoulders, the way I'm taking that.
And maybe how these dudes are acting. Because he said colleagues turn to cobras.
Yeah.
And then he said once bitten, twice shy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
buddy.
we know that the old saying, once bitten, twice shy, right?
Yeah.
Like you get bit once, okay, cool. The second time though, it's gonna cause you to be a lot more cautious. So his colleagues turn to cobras. These colleagues could be rappers. These could, that again aren't embracing the youth or acting funny towards the youth. So it's causing him to become colder. He feels that these dudes are trying to hold the youth back. Him and M.anifest. So I'm curious if that's what it is.
Then he said, I'm in it till it's over. Wait for the curtain call. When people say the curtain call, I think that's the end of your life. You know what I mean? You've lived life to the fullest. Here's the final curtain call. You know what I'm saying? But then he said the goal was to be great. So the applause is not a curveball.
That was tough.
The whole curtain call, applause, the whole play theme. If you're on stage, I mean, that kind of play. Also his life, you know what I'm saying, is about him winning, you know what I mean, in this rap game, you know what I'm saying, curtain call, meaning until he's over, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna win it, I'm gonna get it until there is no more to get, you know what I mean, I'm gonna do the best I can with the life that's given to me. So when the applause come, it's not a curveball, so it's no surprise that I'm gonna be successful, you know what I mean, is the way I'm taking it. But that whole curtain call, you know what I'm saying, play theme, I thought that was dope, man.
Yeah, you're supposed to get applause when the curtain calls.
Yeah.
But I'm here to be great, man. This is not a surprise, man. The work has been put in.
The future's much brighter when the youth decides to get involved. Not in the art of war and not up in arms. I want to stop there for a minute because remember when we paused, George, and we were talking about the chorus and and it says free the youth and let them tell their truth. I made a joke to George when the song was playing. I was like, here in America, I don't know if we want to free the youth and let them tell their truth, because the truth is a lot of youth, especially in these impoverished communities where gang violence is prevalent and drugs and stuff like that, they're dying. So I don't know if I want them to hear their truth. And then I think A-Reece summed that up so greatly, because that's exactly what I told George as a joke. I was like, I don't know if I want them to all speak their truth and just, let them be free. Some of them no. But he's saying the future is much brighter when the youth decide to get involved, not in war and being up in arms, but in positivity. Coming together, congregating, coming together for a common goal and pushing the culture and pushing music and pushing these impoverished communities in better places. I think that's what he means there, and I think that's the point of the song with free the youth and let them, speak their truth. Because like I said, I was making that joke. I was like, I don't know if we want to do that to all the youths, you know what I mean? But I think he summed that up beautifully right there.
He also mentioned the government though as well, right? He had right after that he said, all because the government chose ambition over cause. So their own greed, right? Their own greedy ambition, while avoiding, making sure maybe it's not investing in education, maybe it's ignoring them on some level, right? Which causes that division, right? You know what I mean? Or them not being included. But he mentioned the government. I think this entire song, I've been looking at it on some division in hip hop shit. But maybe it's in general. Maybe it's division in hip hop. Maybe it's just the youth from their area. There's been a neglect there. The government's neglected them and not maybe armed them, so to speak, with education, with whatever they needed to be successful. So I think it's their way of saying, let's get the youth involved, let's congregate, let's come together to save the youth, right? Because the youth is the future is what I'm taking. So maybe it's bigger than just hip hop, and maybe also it's including hip hop as well.
Could be, yeah.
Mode while I'm moving tactful. See these earloops, not ready for no earful. A lion has no place in a rat race. Free the youths, let them live in their truth. Yeah. Attack mode while I'm moving tactful. See these earloops, not ready for no earful. A lion has no place in a rat race. Free the youths, let them live in their truth. Yeah.
By the way, Free the youth, them. Saw that. I heard him say them at the end. Them. Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
not dog.
That's what the D stands for.
But the dog was just a placeholder until we got
I think that's interchangeable, though.
Okay, we work.
Dem is probably another name.
Them is them, though. It's them.
Yeah.
Free the youth and them. You know, like little Reg and them.
Yeah.
We say them. Yeah. Little Reg and them, little Reggie and all of his boys is what we mean by Reg. I think them is the Jamaican like patois.
Like,
them, free the youth, them. Okay, got it. Got it. Let's finish it up. Good song, man.
Yeah, I thought that was good, man. I like that. I like the production. I like the whole underlining meaning. If you know what I mean, if what we're saying is right, I think that's dope. I think both M.Anifest and A-Reece did their thing. I thought that was a great feature.
Great verses from both.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was good, man. I like that. I don't have any criticism at all. I think that sounded really good and sounded dope, man. You know what I mean? I think that's playlist for me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to these guys. Does A-Reece not curse? Or am I tripping?
Oh, yeah, he did say that, huh?
He said, like, I don't need to curse to get my point across. I don't know if he meant in this song, but I got to go back to our old reactions of A-Reece and really pay attention to that. Did A-Reece not curse? And I don't remember him going crazy if he did curse. Maybe a little slip up here. I'm going to go back and you know, because A-Reece has made the playlist, too. So maybe I just haven't paid attention and if he cursed or not. Shout out to A-Reece, man, taking you know, it's a little page out of Rakim's book, man. The great Rakim never really cursed. You know, that was his thing. So and you don't need to curse to get your point across. You can be nice without cursing. Sometimes though, you know, that little sasson, that little bitch, little fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that impact though is nice, but you don't need it
in music.
In music, no, in life, actually, in life, to keep it real.
No,
but you know, listen,
entertainment.
Embrace the youth. Let's positive. I want to be a role model.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to be a role model. I'm bullshitting, but I do like the message in the song, and I like what I believe the song was about. You know, M.Anifest said something in the background, and Ryan was like, he said something about don't be stubborn, and Ryan pointed that out, like don't be stubborn.
Yeah.
And there's a stubbornness to accept change, and I think it's a wider sort of macro thing that A-Reece was talking about in terms of the government not, you know, embracing the youth and making sure that they're taken care of. But I also think there was on some hip hop shit too, like old ideologies from hip hop, old school hip hop heads that have shown that they don't want to embrace the up and coming dudes, you know what I'm saying? And maybe some of the different things that they're doing. Maybe they want to do some trap shit. Maybe they want to change their sound a little bit. Maybe they want to talk about different things. Maybe they dress differently. You know what I mean? They want to wear tight pants. Let them wear tight pants. Whatever that is, you know what I mean? Embrace it and let them live in their own truth and do things their own way. But I thought that the messaging was dope. Shout out to A-Reece and M.Anifest for a dope collab. And give us more. I think M.Anifest has a new album out. What, New Road to, what does it say? Let me New Road and Guava? New Road and Guava Trees.
Okay.
So that just came out back in March. So yeah, let me.
That sounds like a utopia, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like New Road and Guava Trees. Yes, exactly. Seriously, especially in some areas too.
Yeah.
Like a New Road would do very well in some areas. But yo, give us more from M.Anifest, A-Reece. I think A-Reece had an album. We just did some joints off of the A-Reece one song off the A-Reece album. So give us more from them, and that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas. We out.